Joining us now is Stephen Curry. Steph, thanks for being with us. I'm looking through the notes here, and just through the years, you've had so much success through your career. How do you rank or even differentiate between an NBA title, an Olympic gold medal, and an All-Star game? Does this week mean a lot to you at all?
It means a lot for sure. The All-Star weekend is a big-time celebration of basketball, not just here in the States, but internationally. The fanfare of of the NBA and our kind of global reach, and to be able to put the Bay Area on stage is a big deal. I've spent 16 years out here. The All-Star Weekend hasn't been out here since 2000, so I wouldn't say it's the same as winning a championship or a gold medal, but it is a way to celebrate all of those accomplishments and look forward to, hopefully a great end of our season this year.
We've said this with other local legends here: Montana, Rice, Mays, Bonds. The list is pretty big there. Like you, they've made the Bay Area their full-time home. What makes the Bay Area different than other fan bases? Obviously, we have great fans here, but there's a nuance here. What makes it different?
I mean, we're the Bay's team. We span across, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, Richmond, all the way around. Just the idea that it's such a unique culture and a history. Obviously, 47 years playing in Oakland, there's such a loyal fan base that supported us through some tough years. I know we had a 40-year drought of championships until our 2015 championship. And my favorite thing of coming up in the league, playing in front of the crowd in the Bay is just, you walk in, you didn't know what our record was. We always had the loudest fan base. We always had the greatest energy and the greatest home court advantage. And thankfully, the winning has come on the back end to elevate that. So just a very unique culture here, and that support and that passion for Bay Area sports is loud.
Yeah, it's interesting. Even when the Warriors were not good back in the day, the crowd support was intense in Oakland. There's that classic photo, I think it's the 1992 All-Star game when you were a kid, maybe 4 years old, and when your dad was an All-Star. Are you at a point in your career now and with your family that things are becoming more sentimental for you?
Oh, 100%. I do remember that picture, sitting on Alonzo Mourning's lap and watching my dad in a three-point contest. And in 2019, I believe, we were at All-Star Weekend in Charlotte, so it was a cool kind of connection of where my dad played for 10 years and where I grew up. But now having, the All-Star game here and my kids growing up, the Bay Area is their home. They're like the human visual of your career, and seeing how fast it's gone by, and knowing that, basketball I won't be playing forever. So to cherish every game, every year, every opportunity to share it with your family, and milestones like this weekend. So definitely monumental in the sense of the family connection, for sure.
Your kids know who you are yet as a basketball player, or is it just dad get me to school?
Yes, dad gave me to school, dad gave me to volleyball practice, dad. And now they get to know a little bit about our schedule, and road trips are a little tougher, but thank God for video calls. But I think dad is in the jersey is Stephen Curry, and then dad at home is just dad.
The All-Star Game format, and now you can be commissioner of the NBA here. The All-Star Game format, they're just trying something new. I get it. This time it's kind of that 4-team tournament. Could it work? Could it be more interesting for the fans? I
hope so. I think the idea that, to your point, it's okay to change and try new things, knowing the energy around the game had kind of dwindled the last couple of years. If it works, I hope it works, knowing that it kind of divides the All-Stars. There's an element of the young guys from the Rising Stars competition who'll be the fourth team in there to battle. I think the idea of a new format, something that creates a little version of something to look forward to. Obviously, the players have to play. We got to compete, and me being the host, I'm gonna try to initiate that. But I think it's just a good idea to kind of switch it up and make sure the fans have a little something to look forward to, and we'll see if it works.
So San Francisco is going to be not just the national spotlight, but the Bay Area will be the international spotlight. Charles Barkley always has some fun, as you know, with San Francisco. The new mayor, Daniel Lurie, said he will take Barkley on a tour of the city. Maybe they can use your Sprinter van. You can jump in there and do it yourself as well.
I don't know if they trust me as the driver, but whether it's a Sprinter van, take them on a ferry boat. Yeah, we gotta get Chuck. We gotta get Chuck out in the scene, and there's some good food out here too. He'll appreciate that.
There's that new sports bar. It's called Splash right there at Chase Center. It looks pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it's a really cool vibe, and we're gonna do a little Club 30. We're gonna call it activation the whole weekend out there. So for folks to come down to Chase Center to the Kaiser Pavilion and be a part of all the activations, all the activities that are going on. So it should be a good energy down there.
Okay, as we wrap it up, quickly, post-career, whenever that is, would you see yourself getting into something golf-related, basketball-related, Hollywood, or politics? What one of those four?
Hopefully, some version of all four.
I knew you would say that.
You can't do them all, right away. But I do have some interest in every category you just mentioned, and some there might be some overlap for sure. So, yeah, you basically just ran off my next hopefully 40-year chapter after basketball's over with.
Your next chapter on the floor, Jimmy Butler, pretty cool to have him. It adds a whole different dynamic to this team.
It does. Yeah, obviously one game so far and a really good start, but just the idea that he's a winner, he's played in two finals, he's a superstar, and just the idea that he's a guy that demands attention on the court. He plays a different style than I do. He's a great compliment, and I think he fits the style that we want to play as a team. Good basketball, moving the ball. Obviously, defending at a high level. So we have a lot of work left to do. It's a 30-something game sprint to try to get into a playoff series, and if we can get that done, I like our chances being a tough out, come playoff time.
Chris Mullin is so thoughtful and intelligent in his analysis of your team, much like you, but he's obviously a former player. He said something interesting the other night, just that it takes time to find chemistry, regardless who you bring in on this team. Is that true?
It is. I think, new energy in the locker room gets everybody's kind of senses going. You get a little uneasy, which is a good thing, I think, going into games because everybody's on edge trying to figure it out. You're going to hit some rough patches from time to time, and you got to be able to talk your way and play your way through it. But the fit is as seamless and smooth as possible because of Jimmy's style and his ability to, again, he's a great passer, a great cutter. He keeps the game pretty simple, and that helps, when you're trying to infuse him into what we do. And so, yeah, it's a challenge, but I like the way that it feels so far, knowing he just knows how to play basketball.
Steph, appreciate your time. I really do.
I absolutely appreciate you.